The Juggernaut buff is out. My God, I love this. I love this buff. One of the key reasons I love this buff, and we're going to go over some footage in a minute. I'm going to showcase without synergies, with synergies. Also, a slight complaint. It's only a slight one though, and to be honest, it's not really a complaint. It's just an observation. The main thing I want to point out with this is I really enjoy this champion. Similar to King Groot and similar to Juggernaut is that you literally don't have to play this champion to any kind of sweaty, high skill extent and have a good enough time with him. I'm currently rocking an unawakened rank 2 6-star version, and I just really enjoy the champion. I think that there's some great damage potential. Yes, it could be a case that synergies matter most, but as soon as you rank up the champion further, you really get some extensive of hits per champion, enemy champion, defender, takedown ratio that's kind of improved. So I think that this champion is great. I love some things of his ability, and I really think, buffed up and other nodes could be great takedowns for this. But without further ado, let's have a look at some damage potential, and also with synergies. No, without synergies, then with synergies. So let's roll some footage, as well as some fun stuff as well, with Juggernaut versus Juggernaut action. So yeah, as I said, I really enjoy this champion. First of all, this is without synergies on this. My main kind of thing around this is, number one, I'm trying to keep as many unstoppable on as possible, because I don't want to kind of lose them. I want to keep that unstoppable on or rebuild it for aggression. This is the first time I played this champion, my first ever go. So as I kind of get to better points, I'm then kind of understanding more in the rotation. Suicide Mastery showcases are good. I'm not rocking Suicide Masteries at the moment, so there's really kind of no point with it. But I definitely like being hit into and playing very aggressively and kind of scrappy. That's the thing with it. That was some good crits right there. But let's face it, I want to be rocking those Odin pre-fights. I want to be doing Jabari Panther in with this, because she gets that lovely little bit of critical resistance, which is very effective. FYI, if you go and check out the link in the description, you'll find different synergies. Shout out to Aunt May, and as well in particular synergy is called Pyramid X, which is you gain a precision buff during special attacks for each damage over time. Debuff and stagger passive on the opponent, each increasing critical rating by X amount of number, whatever it is, per champion to champion. There's not really any kind of huge value in throwing SP3s, if I'm being honest. SP2s will just be the thing. It depends how you want to rotate and be aggressive. I do like getting a stun debuff and being aggressive back, kind of flipping over, and then kind of putting even an SP1 to energize and build up the power, or throwing an SP2 to do stuff like that. That was a very nice amount of damage, and it's continued on with the damage. This is all about, again, momentum. It's damage, speed, and momentum. And unstoppable Colossus, no. Juggernaut is an unstoppable freight train of absolute just beauty, and you just kind of feel like the fight is kind of over before it even starts, especially when you can do stuff like that. And again, just looking to play more aggressively, parry straight into being kind of aggressive on attack. It's beautiful. I like it. And that was no synergies. So just to quote that was no synergies. And you'll see that hits wise, it will kind of do, I think 145. Yeah, no, it's 131. Sorry, this may be my second time I played it. I just thought I'd throw this in. It's a bit of a funny kind of Juggernaut versus Juggernaut, Unstoppable versus Unstoppable. Do bear in mind, no animation changes have been made to the Realm of Legends version, and as well no ability changes. I just thought I'd include this because I thought it was funny just to see these both kind of Juggernauts go at it like this, just because I thought it was funny. So hey, it's in there to be funny. Now, synergies. Okay, so first off, what I wanted to do with this is experiment around with Odin and get those pre-fights first of all cooking. We've got Jabari Panther in for the reason I said. We've got Heimdall in order to create the Horseman, not the Horseman, the Intercede with Angela to get myself on the SP2 an extra Fury. So we've got the precision, the aptitude in order to amplify the extent of the Fury buff damage, which when we kind of fire off in a second, which I'm going to get a little bit closer to my SP, the SP over the SP2 to the SP3, so I can just go boom, end with the SP2 first. Oh, look at all that damage. That's beautiful from 30 hits, and it's a rank 2 6-star. Unawakened, man, I can't wait to kind of get a different one. I did the heavy attack in there because what it does, it means that I get the precision, which will do that right there. Maybe I should have done it a bit differently, not quite sure, but I think it amplifies on the synergy for the more staggers you have on there. So that is a great amount of damage off that SP2, maximum momentum, being aggressive as possible. I love this champion. This is basically the kind of champions. Like, I mean, I think I was about to say something like I'm into very chunky boys, especially when it comes to King Groot and Juggernaut and the 6-star that eludes me at the moment, which is Kingpin. I really want to get that. So the chunky boys and chunky villains do be doing a great number of things in Marvel Contest of Champions. And I must say, well done to Kabam. This was a really good buff. For me personally, I liked it. I know that there may be some people out there that maybe would differ to that, but I haven't seen anything bad about this champion, and I personally like it. I like the as I said, the damage, speed, and momentum. There's a 30k SP1. Come on, people, that's a beautiful thing to see. A 10k on a kind of a crit hit there, and some nice amounts of fury-based basic hit damage amplification, which is beautiful. Look at that. That was that, and job is done just quickly. That was with synergies, I think close to 100 hits, which in a minute when we go over to Captain Marvel, which is first of all double check, no, 103. But when we go over to class advantage situation, we've got here like, Captain Marvel Classic, there's some nice crit damage. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this. Again, heavy attack is performed in order to work with that Jabari Panther synergy of the precision, and it's just nice. It is a nice amount of damage, and I think a rank 3 6-star is on the cards for me. Don't ask why I randomly heavy attack there. I thought I could time something. But yeah. So it's like sometimes you're looking at this going like, this is nice. I think this is going to be a good champion to take on the Grandmaster. If I didn't have a very short window of time to record this video and collect the footage, probably would have done that, and it may be a good idea for another day. But that's 100 hits right there. Very, very nice. Final thing I want to say is my slight criticism or observation is that it's a shame that there is this champion is reverse control counter, which means that that's good for the Grandmaster, but when it comes to inverted controls, it is not inverted controls immune. So I want to say like that, I find that a bit weird to go down one way and not do one but without doing the other. So yeah, it just would be nice to see something that kind of covers both, but at the end of the day, reverse control counters are few and far between, and it's good to find a champion that will be able to take on the likes of the Grandmaster. So I'm probably look to record something like that very, very soon. I probably want to go back in, and so that's really it. That's been a quick little video on Juggernaut, and I'm going to be rank 3 in this champion. I really like it. I've just been playing around with the champion for the last couple of hours or so, and just really enjoy him. So I don't know what everyone else's thoughts on Juggernaut. I like him. Put it in the comment section down below. It'd be interesting. See if people want to rank this guy up any further than they have him in their rosters. Cheers everybody, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that will be.